Hey everybody, Troy from Country Wood Products. I've sorted all my boards out that I had over here for pickets, and I started resawing some, and I realized, and in Melanie's wisdom, once again Melanie has come through in her wisdom, it's not worth the time and trouble for $1. It's not worth it at all. I'm going to finish what I've got and keep them on hand for repairing our own fences. But it's not worth it, not at all, because I would have to for commercial use, I have to measure out 4 foot, then I've got to resaw the edges as needed, and then I've got to put the little V in top. It's not worth it. But these are the ones that are going on my big picket fence here, and as promised, we're gonna do it. I just did a couple to get myself back into the feel of it. So here I've got a scrap 2x4, and the reason for that, that's up against the dogs, and I've got 2 pickets I cut, like I said, to get back into the feel of the flow of things. Those pickets, those slabs can flop, and that binds the blade. So when I'm sawing, I don't want the blade to be binding and that wood to be flopping back on the back end or anywhere in between the dogs. So I put that 2x4 in to give a rigid backdrop and keep that from flopping. That's why that's there. So let me load one up and we'll cut it. Now what I do next has a reason. I'm going to flip that as it sits, and I'm going to line up my blade for the next cut. And then I'm going to flip it lengthwise so that the slab has the flat face against the scrap 2x4 to give it a solid surface. If I just flip it this way, then it can rock, and it will rock and bind the blade on that curved edge of that log, of that slab. But well, I've got it lined up here and I've got the small end forward. I just want to flip this way, line up the cut, and then flip it end to end. You'll see in a minute. Now some of these, right out of the sawmill, have one straight edge all the way across. I only have to make one cut. Now in this last one I did, it looks like I shaved off a lot, but in order to get good pickets, see, I cut pretty deep into the meat here, but up on the top lip, it was really thin. So I've got to make that straight, a perfectly straight picket, so it looks good. And obviously for privacy and security. So now I have a perfectly even picket. So now I'm measuring. I took chose the best end for the top. I'm measuring them to 8 feet. Marking them for cutting. You'll notice I have them all laid out up in the air. So there's my new section of picket fence, and it's much better than when period when I decided not to try to trim the ends. I like this a lot better. So that's it for today. That's all I had, and I'll get this uploaded to you. Please like this video. Big, give me a big like. Talk to y'all later.